Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the channel. And you join me for a first look at 1.5. I'll take the 0 off because it's meaningless at the moment. Excuse me. And yeah, you can see the lovely new menu that you get brought into when you log in. And I do quite like the look of this. Just for the purposes of the fact it looks a lot more modern. And, well, fact is that I think my Stream Deck is deciding to still play music in the background. I might have to turn it off and turn it back on again. I've had that glitch before now, and it's quite amusing. You can still hear it in the background. There we go. It's killed it now. Right, let's restart the Stream Deck, and we'll be all good to go again. Right. Anyway, as I was saying, you've got the lovely navigation menu. You've obviously got the home screen, you know, usual things, a bit about yourself and your driving statistics, something that's completely new, basically. Delivery logs, you can see what jobs you've obviously sent, or completed, should I say. Bit about your company and where you've got garages, which is, it's a lot more simple to find, it's a lot easier to use. Obviously what country you're in at that time, which is quite nice. Click on the flag, takes you to the map. And it also tells you about the regulations of each road in the country as well. Money and time, which is very nice. Obviously, exploration, nothing unusual about that. Click on that and it tells you about each country, which is very nice. Other than that, everything else is pretty much the same, just a modern look. So you got your drive button and your jobs, pick whichever ones you want to do. Navigation, convoys, career mode, emails, boring. So everything else is pretty much the same, really. It's just a more modern look. I do like the fact that they've put the options menu in a different place. And the fact it actually looks a lot easier to read. Just had a quick look at it earlier and I quite like it. So definitely thumbs up from me for this anyway. So very nice to look at. Anyway, that's a bit about the menu. I'm not really going to sit any more time in there. Before I do carry on, just get rid of that menu. Yep, there we go. And it was raining when I pulled up here in Calais. It's stopped now, so turn that off. And yes, you may notice on the left side of the screen at the bottom, it's got a nice new navigation menu, job menu, damage menu. Very nice to look at. And now I'm going to take a job from here to somewhere in Switzerland. Switzerland's been reworked. Parts of Germany have been reworked. So I'm going to have a quick look down there and to explore what's been redone in this stream. So let's find a job. This is a freight market. And we'll have what we've got from here in Calais. Hopefully somewhere... perfect. That will do nicely. That didn't take long to look for whatsoever. Hello Adam, Samuel, welcome back to the channel. And hello British Gamer Tech Guy. You didn't get a notification, that's weird. Perhaps YouTube's notification system's broken again. Didn't think the AI was going to stop then. Yeah, I did notice when loading the game, it feels a lot snappier as well. It doesn't take as long to load your profile or anything. So I think they've done some work behind the scenes as well to improve performance in general, which is nice to see. You haven't got to wait for like 30 seconds for it to load the profile when you start the game. So, it's a nice little feature. But yeah, I do absolutely love this new menu. Lovely. Feels so much more modern. When you think about it, the ETS2 menu has pretty much been around since the game even come out. And even some elements of it are from the original game. So it makes sense that they've actually done something about it, made it more modern. Don't mind me just skidding on the ground. I first noticed I was going bald when it took longer and longer to wash my face. That's what they all say, Adam. I have a hard drive which contains all of my games. Yeah, you might not benefit on the performance side then. So I've kept the True Mirror field of view mod, and I've also kept the Waze navigation mod in, and they seem to be working fine. 1.5 Pro mods obviously is not supported. Any other mods I've took out as well, any of the truck mods, anything like that, just to try and keep it as vanilla as possible. So Trucky's working, as you can see, so that's a good bonus. I have a 4 terabyte SSD just for games. Dang it. I've got a 2 terabyte. That question's aimed at me, Google. Very well. Very well indeed. Tried 110 for this stream. In any areas that are reworked, I'll probably drive a bit slower just to have a look around, and I pull up and take a few photographs maybe. See what's about. Hello Alan, welcome back to the channel. I'm doing well, hope you are as well. First job is to Zurich in Switzerland. The MAN TGX has also had a rework as well, so I may give that a try for one job. See if I can spot any differences. I have 2 terabyte hard disk drive for games, VM, ISOs and more. Fair enough. Is it one of those 7200 RPM drives? They're not too bad for games. Particularly if it's got onboard I was going to say storage then, that would be very bold of me. An onboard processor like the WD Black drives have. I used to have one of them before I got an SSD. Or an NVMe for games. And then I ended up donating it to a friend of mine last year. It wasn't Terence though, who needed a new hard drive. So it's been fitted into an old Dell Optiplex. Along with a solid state drive that's been pretty much mounted right next to the power supply. As anyone knows Dell Optiplexes, the older ones, they only have room for one hard drive. And with it being a small form factor, there's literally no room to put anything anywhere, so I had to stick it to the sort of the side of the case next to the power supply. But with it being an SSD, it should be fine anyway, so yeah, I have a 7200 RPM drive. I have a Seagate hard disk drive. Yeah, Seagates aren't bad. I have a Seagate 6 terabyte that runs as a NAS. I did have it set up with my old PC, but I decided at the end of last year to abandon that due to how much power it was using. So instead, I brought out my old 2011 Mac Mini, which runs a version of Ubuntu, and use that for a NAS. Works absolutely fine. Feels weird driving on this and the layout being different. It's going to take a while to get used to it. Feels like I've woken up in, I don't know, a different planet or something. Feels that weird to drive with a different layout in terms of the navigation and what have you. The icon's being more modern. Not complaining though, definitely needed a rework. And I still can't seem to get kick working. Why? I do not know. I think I might have to reach out to him. Trust the AI not to move over. Thank you. I would like to have a Minecraft server. You probably could run your own, to be fair. But most games you tend to have to pay for another volume of the game, another license for it, and then run a server. I'm still here, just having dinner. What are you having, Goggle? I'd like to run on my own. Can be done. So you can do it with Farming Simulator, but if you want to have your own server, but you have to get another volume of the game, another license, which is a right pain. So it's far easier just to host it on your own PC when you want to play it. Pork and fries. Interesting meal. Get your heap of junk out of the way. Hello Connor, welcome back to the channel. I'll get some fuel while I'm here. I ain't carrying any sevens. I've got a pressure tank. Don't feel the pressure and go into the barrier, Steve. Ah, that won't happen, trust me. I had a feeling there was going to be a car there. You're going to let me go, are you? My pressure tank is big. Thanks for letting us know, Connor. I hope that's not famous last words. Trust me, it ain't. Well, let's head towards Luxembourg. Anytime. Hot air balloons over here. Where do you reckon I'm off to tomorrow? I assume you're going bus spotting somewhere. Surely you're not going to Liverpool's. Not with the Grand National on, surely. I don't know, I'm going to say Manchester somewhere. Assuming you're allowed to go that far, that is. I could go to Manchester, lol. I assume that's probably the furthest place you can go. I take it you can't go any further than that to like West Yorkshire, Huddersfield, that way. So are we bus spotting in 2024, Terence? Ah yes, I've been to Manchester a few times. It's not bad, Manchester, to be fair. Probably not, but I'm a rebel, so I'd still manage away. Just say you got the 184 and ended up in Huddersfield. What did you go to Manchester for, tech guy? Anything in particular? Eastern MAN. Yeah, it keeps throwing the back of the error now for kick saying unable to connect. Don't know how many times I've reset the stream key. Just never doesn't seem to want to work. Is your MAN beastie? Well, considering I'm not driving it right now, no. Ah, hello Homer, welcome back to the channel. Over the times I've been to Manchester for the Trafford Centre. That makes sense. It's not bad in there. I was fine, just weird. Yeah, haha, I could say that, but no, I ain't going to Manchester tomorrow, but somewhere in Cheshire. Let's see, Crewe, Knutsford, Northwich, Nantwich, Middlewich, Congleton, Warrington, Macclesfield, Sandbach. I could go on. Alton. The Wirral, that's technically classed as Cheshire. Ah, welcome to Luxembourg. It is one of them, lol. Sounds like it could be a few of them. I've already brought 2 things from the Trafford Centre. What are those? A Lego set and a £20 stream credit. Fair enough. What Lego set was it? I am thinking of getting a Lego set soon. Probably of the McLaren F1 car. I'll build it and have it on my desk in front of me. Warrington, I'm going to close down the fleet and grab some single deckers and maybe a deck on the 9, 15, the 21. It's one I need. Fair enough. Stay, you enjoying 1.5? Yes, I am. Feels, gameplay in general just feels a lot smoother, which is nice. Oh, there's a lane closure here. What a pain that is. Smooth operator. Where's Carlos Sainz when you need him? Oh dear. The Lego Technic John Deere tractor. Ah, very nice. Evening, buddy. Have the graphics changed like they said? Welcome to the stream, Andy. Yeah, I do think they look better, to be honest. Everything about it seems to be better. To me, anyway. Loading screens and everything just seems to be a lot snappier, so... I'm very impressed so far. Don't seem to have encountered a bug yet, which is good to see. Touch wood, it won't happen. But it is a beta, so anything could happen. I'll get the deckers next week or the week after. I don't need that many, to be honest. Still on the old engine, apparently. Well, they must have made some optimization to it. Because to me, it feels smoother. Just in general. I noticed the GPS map is now in purple rather than red. Yes. Much easier to see. Touch wood, keep your hands somewhere PG. SES one day to add in Steve to select driver for the profile, I hope. I mean, I wouldn't say no to that. After all Squirrel's on there. Or he used to be, whether he still is. Not even the game causing your PC to blue screen. Well, I don't think it would do that. I think it would just close. Force close itself. I mean, it's very rare these days you'll see a game blue screen on your computer. Because generally they're locked in their own little sandbox, aren't they? So generally it doesn't affect anything in Windows. Or your operating system of choice. So... He is, yeah. It's been in for a few years now. Only certain promises are on 1.5 beta at the moment to see if more is added later into the beta, if you'll get a 150.5. Well, you're guaranteed to probably get a 150.5. Or a 1, obviously, if not, a 151. So... It's not very often you see incremental updates with a 0.5 from SES, so... But you can't rule it out. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying it, Alan. Very impressed so far. Obviously, I've not got to the reworked areas yet. Won't be long before I'm there, so... Ah, yes. I've got the Waze navigation, haven't I? So the sat-nav is still red when you don't have the mod then. That's interesting. They've not done anything to that. Either way, I like the Waze navigation, so I'm going to keep hold of it. Well, they've upgraded the system specifications for the game recently, before 1.5 came out, so I don't think they would have changed it again. But having said that, Terence's PC is getting close to the limit for it now. How long does it take Trucker's MP to update usually? Normally a couple of weeks or so when the final release comes out for 1.5. Depends really on the game developers for TMP side. How busy they are at any one time and things like that. Having said that though, more recently they have got a bit better. So... I'd expect you'll probably be playing it within a couple of weeks of it coming out. So... Icon on the sat-nav is just like the Waze one, Steve. Yeah, well that's what I've got activated, so... But yeah, obviously the fact they've got the map rework might take a bit longer. Well, I've got a good PC, Google. It always helps. 6 E400s, 1 B7 Gemini Beast, 1 Viking Beast, 4 B9s required to bash. Don't think I'll be getting all of them. Man as clear as a bell. Well, I've got this set to ultra settings, like the top whack settings, so I'm not sure what Terence has got it on. I don't suspect it'll be as high. Just passing Strasbourg. I've got the true wide field of view mod enabled for the mirrors as well, just in case anyone notices any difference there. They're the only two mods I've got enabled. Chances are they'll work across the board anyway, so... Oh, the road's closed. That's so annoying. I'm going to have to go that way. If I come back round, it'll probably still be closed. I'll tell you what I'll do. Is I'll take one of the country roads. Remap it. It'll take slightly longer, but it is what it is. Might try out that BZL if it's on the road. Go for it. I'm Ultra also. What monitor do you use, Steve? I've got an Asus VG27AQ. A few years old now, but still holds up. I'm on low settings for ETS2. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm surprised your PC still runs ETS2. To be fair, tech guy, but I mean, if you're happy with it and can get game with it, then why not? Working so far this week was on my way into work yesterday. I spotted one of GNW's BN's Evo cities on the 36 in Piccadilly Gardens. It's the first time in service since going northwest Lost Queens Road. Is that beeping nose in the truck new for the update? No. It's been around for quite some time, that. It's been around for quite a number of updates. I can't even remember when it was introduced. It was that long ago. Yeah, it's something I've got enabled. It's handy because it gives you a warning if you're going to hit something or you look like you're going to collide with something. So... it's a 27-inch. I have a Panasonic TV. I've had it since 2018. Fair enough. Reliable Panasonic TVs. They'll last you a long time. Alright, so let's tick off a required road. Take a quick trip into Germany. Or swinging back into Switzerland. .27-inch, that would leave some damage. Oh dear. Why are you stopping? Go! Oh. I think kick might be working, guys. Oh, hang on. Is it or is it not? It says streaming, and then it said sending data. And it seems to have stopped saying streaming now. Now it says streaming again. Maybe we're in the process of fixing it in the background. Bold driving. Wrecked car, yeah. Ah, hello Heavy, welcome back to the channel, long time no see. So he's offline to me. I don't know what's going on with it. Changed the stream key, readjusted everything on it, took it off and started again, still nothing. I think I have to reach out to him again. Kick says you're offline. Right, okay. Ah, don't worry, Gorgle. It's absolutely fine. It's probably some sort of glitch somewhere that needs to be addressed. either with Restream or with Kick directly. Because it's working fine my end for YouTube. So it can't be a problem my side. Looks like it's gonna rain. I wonder if I've just encountered a bug. I might have done. Looks like the map's glitching. Ever so slightly. What's that, Steve? What's the problem? For some reason, I can't seem to get kick streaming working at the moment. So I've tried a few things. Nothing seems to be working. Seems to be saying streaming on Kick now, and then all of a sudden it reverts back to sending data. It's like it's trying to send it, but for some reason can't get it through to Kick. It's going to rain on your parade. I'm doing great, just got a new CPU for my system. Ooh. What have you got, Heavy? I hope it's something more modern. Yeah, it looks like the map's glitching. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like it moves on the screen. Hello, Connor and Steve. I've got an Intel Core i7 7700K. Very nice. Going up in the world there, Heavy. I've not noticed it. Yeah, you might not because you've got a smaller monitor. But it could be different for different people. It is a beta after all. Anything can happen. Liverpool get battered everywhere they go. Liverpool get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go. Ha ha. Sounds like the wheels are falling off Liverpool's season. Probably got it from eBay or Amazon, probably. Busy weekend for Northwest Sport coming up, meaning boss diversions. That's a point. Don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow. I think I might watch some of the Masters golf. I like watching the Masters. Grand National Liverpool and Manchester Marathon on Sunday. Had a lag spike then. Might be interesting depending on the weather. Well, this is new. A border crossing going into Switzerland. Not even sure where to go for a moment. Should have gone the other way. Go here. Mont Blanc, maybe. Where are we? Could be. So I think it's the right sort of area. I hope that's not a broken AI. If it is, I'm never getting out of here. You ignorant sod. You could have let me out. And now the AI goes. Wow. Guess I'll go forward then. Yeah, you are going to let me out. Give him KFC. Doesn't deserve KFC. Ooh, a new bridge. Oh, wow. That'd be a nice place for a screenshot. Or going in the tunnel. Oh, shall we? Yeah. Yep. Try and get as much of the bridge in as I can. To give a bit of a distance. Although I don't really want the coach in it. Make it a bit earlier in the day. There we are. Let's have a nice screenshot. Only bad people deserve KFC, lol. Have you seen how poorly clean them places are? No wonder food poisoning is a big problem. And the thing is, I've never had a problem with a KFC. And whenever I've had a KFC, wherever I've gone, I've never had a problem with cleanliness. It's never been a problem. Do you actually post these screenshots, lol? Sometimes I do. Neither have I, to be honest. This is what I don't get. I mean, he's had one bad experience, probably about 10 years ago, whenever it was, and then's never been back. I'm like... You can't just stop going because of one bad experience. Now, if you had it across the board in various different branches of KFC or whatever, any restaurant, then fair enough. But one, no. I mean, the pub across the road from me, I used to quite enjoy going there, but recently it's gone really downhill in terms of like the quality of the food, and my brother's soon to be partner, wife, in 2 years' time, had a piece of chicken a few weeks ago when they came up that was not cooked. Yeah. I've seen enough. I've probably had a reasonable bad experience there now, probably about 3 or 4 times. So that one is definitely one to avoid. However, if I went to another farmhouse in somewhere else, I'd be a bit open-minded. Because the thing is, it's like, well, it's a different branch. They probably do things a bit better. So... I had a KFC today. Lol. What did you have, Connor? Same here, I've never had a bad KFC. Terence must have got very unlucky. Ah, hello, Brett. Keep away now. I walked into one the other month with someone I knew and still as bad. Floor was black. I went in the KFC near Halton Lee the other week for lunch, no problem whatsoever. Ah, yes, I know which one you mean. Ooh, bus lanes. Tell you what, they've certainly really made an improvement on Switzerland. Definitely was one of the areas that definitely needed a rework. So, hats off to them. The one on the back of the hospital, yeah, I knew where you meant. 2 boxes of popcorn chicken with a Pepsi, just about managed to finish all of it. F124 will be the first in the franchise to use EA's own anti-cheat. Skyfall, commonly referred to as EA anti-cheat. Yeah, it does occur on mode anti-cheat. And the problem with that is there is a good chance it won't work on Steam. So it might be EA only. Mega desperate guard on this northern. I'd managed to get down to the front of the pair of 156s as past Dean's Gate. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what happens with that, because I do expect that somebody will get a hack around it in some way, shape or form. So, I was going to ask a question about Connor's eating disorder, which is certainly very interesting. Is it a fact of is that you don't want to eat food, or is it just a case of that you feel fuller sooner? If you're willing to delve into details, of course. You don't have to if you don't want to. It doesn't work on Steam, I won't be impressed. Well, it's funny I mentioned this because an article came out a few days ago about the new anti-cheat system that EA were putting in. Does not work on the Steam Deck. So, that says to me that it might not work on Steam either. But that's going to be a case of wait and see, because I know EA have started releasing some of their older games onto Steam, but as far as I'm aware, none of them have anti-cheat. Things like The Sims, older versions of F1, I think Battlefield, some of FIFA as well, I think. Oh, right, okay. I don't like KFC's gravy, by the way. What is wrong with you? You don't like their gravy? Wow. Both, mate. That is not good. Do you know yet what's brought it on? Bloody heck. I didn't realise that was going to go downhill as quickly as it did. Jeez. That was scary for a minute. It's not very often you have to reverse downhill. Trying to park a load up. There we go. They're bringing in semi-automated off-site technology in next season. Ah! Looks daft. Look dafts. Funny thing that pirated games run better than paid ones. Yeah, that can sometimes happen. It's all to do with the fact that sometimes some of the people who crack the games do a little bit of things in the background to basically improve performance. Small trade-off, really. I've never tried KFC's gravy. Honestly, I don't know, mate. I just haven't got near food as much as I did. Sounds weird, that. Have you been to doctors yet for it? Because the problem is, obviously, eating disorders at your age can be serious. Very serious. Mind you, they are at any age, but it's definitely not something you want when you're young. I think I'll take a job to Geneva. Let's have a look around the lake. I'm assuming they would have added the lake area in. Took me 10 minutes to even bother opening a bag of Haribo earlier. Jeez, that's bad. Burger King. Burger King's fit. Aaron. Hold a minute. This job's 109 kilometres away. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh well, at least I'll be ticking some roads off on the way there. Yeah, I went doctors about it last month. And what did they say? Anything of interest? I do wonder how KFC versus Jollibee will go. Jollibee is KFC type, but more options. Well, KFC will win out. Just because it's a far bigger franchise. That's another dodgy branch, or is it in Liverpool, lol? Doesn't sound good. Really, Aaron, for God's sake, mate. Yeah, I'm going up here. I'm up here. Right. Oh, I've got rain again. Really? I wonder how long this tunnel is. Not very long. Assuming I'm going down here. Must be. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. Oh dear. told them about it and said I used to be mad on eating food till this year. Said I've had a binge eating disorder because I used to eat loads, but then I got that full I went off food for a while. Sounds like a typical doctor's response. I mean, the problem is it can go the other way now. And then if it gets to a point where you start losing weight, that's when it becomes a problem. So, Burger King used to do well in Liverpool with 4 branches in the city centre. One closed for unknown reasons, one was forced to close, one was shut for a while due to health and safety, while the other seems to have improved, as it was a 0-star and now 5. There's 2 in the city centre now, isn't there? The one by Central, and then the one on Lord Street, which is the one that got reopened after closing for health and safety grounds, I think. I've lost 5 kilograms in the past 2 weeks. What is that in stone? I'll Google that. All over. .7 stone in 2 weeks. Jeez. Yes, the Central Station one was the one that had 0 stars for a while. I weighed 62 kilograms before I lost the weight. There's losing weight and losing weight, but surely that can't be good. No, not at 62 kilograms. Absolutely not. If it was me, I would be going to doctors again. Right, welcome to E-Acres. Okay, take a job to Geneva. What trailer have we got? Ah, let's take the Tears on. There's apparently been an update for this, so... It's a farm, Euro Acres. Well, yeah, I knew that. They always have been. I'm going back in a few weeks if it gets worse. That's good to know. Obviously, what I would say is, when you do feel like eating, eat, but don't eat too much, because then it could end up being something else, where you end up, I don't know, throwing it back up again, basically. So, I wouldn't do that, because that'll make things even worse again. So, just eat when you feel like it, basically, or when you feel hungry. Even if it's only once a day. I'm just a food hoover and eat most things, lol. Oh, yeah, it's from Wheelton, isn't it? Not the Tarzan. Ignore me. I must admit, I find more recently that since I've changed my sort of diet, so to speak, and getting more fibre and stuff in it. I tend to find I can eat more now as well, so that's a good thing in a way. Yeah, interestingly, I still seem to be able to keep the same weight, so I ain't complaining. Yeah, they have different regulations for food hygiene in Scotland. So I assume, obviously, what it is they've got to get to a certain point, and then anything above that is just classed as a pass. There's no actual star rating. They have different laws and regulations about it up there. Have you heard about the new truck they're bringing out for this shortly? It's supposed to be the first electric truck in the game. Yeah, the Renault E-Tech T. I quite look forward to going to charge it up via a petrol station on a fuel tank, because that's probably what's going to happen unless they bring in electric charging points. I hope they do, because it looks stupid if they don't. So... wow, this job hasn't got a very long remaining time. I was tempted to pull up somewhere and have a sleep. But I won't be doing that now. Not with that amount of time remaining. Yes, the Renault, which is not in the beta, lol. They'll probably bring it out for 1.5. The actual official release chances are. Or with a phone charger. Electric charging points means the whole base game DLC area is regular charging points. How long would that take? To add thousands? Well, I mean, they might not do it every petrol station or every garage. They might just do it in certain ones to begin with and then add it over time. But if they don't add electric charging points in, and you have to charge the Renault at a petrol pump, it's just going to look so stupid. I don't know. It's just not right at all. So I hope they add e-charging points in. Someone's changing his diet yet, right? Lol. I changed my diet also. All it's managed to do is make me more sleepy. Probably not getting enough vitamins. Fluid intake, perhaps. Calcium, that's a big one. I would say I have to get calcium through supplements anyway. Ferulic acid is another one I used to struggle with. Not anymore. Charging roads. I mean, yeah, that's possible. I did a few months ago to cut out almost all takeaways. I might do another stream of this on Saturday if I don't get round to Germany. I might do. I'll take a job to Germany next. Nice new petrol station there. How many kilometres or miles do you walk per day, Terence? This will be an interesting one. I don't have that many takeaways, only every so often now. I mainly go for meal deals, and if I go into Pound Bakery, it's usually for a sandwich. Also have the odd Subway as well. Yeah, I need to go to Subway. I might go again tomorrow. I redeemed, or should have redeemed, 2,000 points at the weekend, just gone. 4 6-inch subs for me, my dad, my mum and my uncle. Ended up only redeeming 1,500 and got a sub for free. So I've got a few extra points. So I need to get them used. About a month's time, the Subway Rewards scheme ends. And becomes a bit like a Tesco club card. Where the more you spend, the more rewards you'll get. So... And there won't be a card for Subway anymore. It'll just be all app based. And there's a brand new app getting released as well at the same time. So, yeah, I need to get them spent. Today I walked 13,000 steps. Not sure how long in terms of miles. But it would be a few. Steve Temmons thinks that TMP will still add their version of Duisburg to 1.5. What do you think TMP will do? I think TMP will see how well the traffic flows first. I expect that they'll probably add in SES's new version to see how the traffic flow goes, and then change it if they're not happy with it. That's what I'm expecting will happen. So hopefully I can get a job to Duisburg next, or Dusseldorf, or somewhere around there. Might take the MAN as well. Stopped going Subway a couple of years ago. Menu these days is poor. Yeah, it's not as good as it used to be. Took the chicken pizzola away, and then they took the mega meat away. I do like the nacho chicken bites and the pepperoni pizza bread that they do, and the garlic bread. I do like them. As for subs itself, I don't really have a favourite anymore. My favourite one now would be, if I was going to have a sub, would be the meatball marinara. Just because of the fact is it's always been on the menu. If you take that away, I will not be happy. Oh, that's interesting. A service station, or petrol station's above the tunnel. That's weird. The omelette egg, the salt and pepper cheese, and the flatbread from the menu. Big two-fingered salute for that. Well, maybe they weren't popular, but, I mean... I don't know, the pizzola was always popular. Oh yeah, I've just realised where I'm going to in Geneva is called Charmy. Interesting. I rarely have a Subway. I was a regular until they took all them away. Yeah, I don't go in as much as I used to. I used to always go in on a Friday afternoon at work. Or during work, at lunch. I used to always go every week. Typical. It's not spelt the same though. Having said that, I don't recognise the company name, so it must be new. So I wonder if it'll be on GC's tracker yet. When I was outside, I would normally nip for lunch. Shame, really. Anyway, I think it's stopped raining. I've only just realised. Only subs I like now is steak and cheese and cheesy BMT, which is almost a Pizziola one. Yeah. What is this? I basically got to do a U-turn. Okay. In fact, I have. By a roundabout. What nonsense is this? Might as well pick up some fuel while I'm here. Looks like Terence will be going to that company tons of times. Looks like I'm going to be queuing. I don't even know if there's two pumps. Yeah, there is. What it says he should go first. Ah, hello Ben, welcome back to the channel. I'm good, Ben. Hope you are as well. Right, let's make a move on. Oh, I like these traffic lights. You have a can-do attitude right here, Steve. Oh. Really? Why is Tony to go the long way round? I assume there must be a reason. Oh, it's easy to get in the yard. That would make sense. Yeah, that would explain why. Interesting entry. Some like it long. Wow, too much information. Really? Okay. So I'll have to turn it round over here. I was expecting it to be somewhere around here. But no, some like it short. Doesn't matter how long it is, it's what you get out of it that matters. Okay, let's see what we can get from here. Or in this area, anyway. Leon, Zurich, Clement, Porto-Vecchio, Orno, Le Havre, Cesare, Bilbao. Bet there's nothing to Germany. No, not a single job to Germany. How annoying is that? Externals. They should work. Frankfurt. See if there's anything further north. Nuremberg. Osnabrück. Might have to be that. Yeah, let's take the Osnabrück. Used plastics. Hello Anton Wright Photography, welcome to the stream. Hi, just seen this. Is the new Renault electric truck in this experimental update? No, I don't believe so. I think I'll do this job in the Volvo and then I'll take the man for probably the last job. Or last two jobs, depending on how long it takes me. Apparently today I've burnt off 688.9 calories. So you can go that way. It's weird that. He's probably got something on his phone. tracks his steps. Probably Strava or something like that. Yeah, it might be, but due to come out for this update, but a final release rather than a beta. Unless it's not quite ready yet, and then they'll release it when the final version of 1.5 comes out. That's what I'm expecting could happen. The fact they've unveiled photos suggests to me it must be close to being ready. $58 to pick up this job. Very impressed with Switzerland so far. Far more modern. Just hope the UK and Ireland's next. Well, introduce Ireland and update the UK. I said it in the earlier part of the stream. I don't know why they don't just get pro mods to do it for them. Just bring it into the base game. Yeah, it will be. They'll probably bolt Iceland as a DLC on its own. I can't see them updating the UK and then bringing out Ireland with it. But you never know, they might do. So obviously you've got Northern Ireland as well. So still quite a lot of places in Europe that are not in ETS2 yet. Iceland, Greenland, northern parts of Norway, Sweden, and Finland, Svalbard, the Channel Islands, Ukraine. There's still quite a lot of Europe that's not in it yet. One could argue the likes of like the Canary Islands as well, and places like that are not in the game. They're part of Europe. Malta. Cyprus, it's sort of part of Europe, in a way. I'm not sure if it's classified as part of Europe though. What are you doing? Go! Isle of Wight, well, yeah. I like this entry into a yard. Wide. Plenty of room to turn around. Wish all yards were like this. Well, let's go. 957 kilometers. And an external contract. Not ideal, but it is what it is. I can see Ireland being a DLC simply for the content side of things. The question also remains on how much longer can this game remain popular. When I started playing summer of 2019, Sim 1 was always full and Sim 2 Pro Mod's half full. There's been a decline. Well, yeah. Some of that decline will be due to the fact people haven't got systems that are quick enough to support it. Some people would have naturally moved on, for whatever reason. Various different factors at play. I mean, it is still impressive that a game that is 11, 12 years old is still getting a decent number of people playing it. And they're still updating it. Having said that, there is probably quite a lot of people that have decided just to move back to single player or do convoy mode because they don't like the way TMPs run. Things like that also could have an effect. So hello NG2K11SBK, welcome to the stream. Hey, has the stupid low FPS traffic in cities still affect? I don't seem to have noticed that. Probably because I've got a PC that's well above the system specs. So I don't say that I could ever noticed it, to be honest. Obviously, other people may have done. If you are on a system that's not exactly high-end, you probably will still suffer with it. Chances are. But that's all to do with also with Truckers MP. If you're referring to Truckers MP, that'll never go away. It all depends on whether you're talking about single player or TMP. If it's TMP, absolutely not. You'll always have that problem. Decline also due to SCS convoy mode. Okay, thank you. So do I. We'll get lag in cities with traffic. Yeah, that's pretty common if you haven't got a high-end system. And it's virtually impossible to rule it out if it's TMP. Just because of the way the servers are. It's correct to say TMP is poorly ran, but the idea of just having single-player traffic and a couple of real people is even more boring to me. Yeah. Probably could have gone through that, to be honest. RX 6800, Ryzen 3800X, 32GB of RAM. Single player. You've not exactly got a low-end system, so... But I don't suffer with it, so... Ever. Might be an AMD issue. I don't run AMD, so... Do you have mods, NG2K, or not? That could also be a reason for it. Modding. Yeah, the engine core is rather limited, only because of how old it is. I think it is only limited to like one core. I think they are planning, with the new engine, to have more cores being utilised on a CPU. And obviously better utilising GPUs as well. Because some people are bottlenecked by the fact they've got a beefy system, but they can't use it because the engine doesn't support it. No mods. Yeah, it's worth asking because sometimes mods can cause issues with performance. Obviously what we've got to remember is 1.5 is still only in beta, so it could be an issue that they might be looking to fix. It might even be fixed. But I don't notice it because of my system, so it's not a problem for me. But each their own, of course. No worries, NG2K. Thanks for tuning in. Ah, that was good timing. I wonder if they made the temporary traffic lights smarter, or whether that was just a coincidence. Soon find out when I hit another one. I am here just hiding because you are scary. Why am I scary? What's wrong with me? Why am I scary? It's weird. I have a mid-range system. I have 0 issues normally. I don't know. Might be just an AMD issue. But it's one of them. There's that many different systems out there. Builds that people make and play games on. All it takes is for one thing to have a bit of a compatibility problem, and that's it. So, hello Kraza, welcome back to the channel. Okay, I think Ben's high or something. Alright, let's head towards the mustard. It's dead round here. Oh no, estimate of just being a comedian. RX 6800 is a great GPU. Yeah. Sounds like to me it's probably an engine issue with the game, because he's not got a low spec system at all. So dead around there. I don't see a cemetery anywhere. I'll get busier in a moment because I'm coming onto a highway again. Or motorway, should I say. Which way is this taking me to Osnabrück? It's going to take me towards Strasbourg, yeah, and then back into Germany there. Yeah, so you get a good portion of Germany. Looks like Osnabrück's not really had any work. But I'm going to be passing there, so some of this area has. Try and get a job to a couple of these places, perhaps, afterwards. If it was game related, it would not have affected me. I do wonder if it's a PC part of his starting to fail. I don't know. I mean, there's that many different combinations out there. It's difficult to argue for or against either. Unless you actually sat down on that guy's PC and looked at the problem, you wouldn't be able to work out what it is. I bet you if I knew the person and he loaded up the game, I'd be able to figure it out in like a minute. Because all I would do is Control-Alt-Delete, go into Task Manager and see what the problem is. Chances are it's probably something eating up the memory in the background or something. Or the game's hanging in some way. It's not gaining enough resource, which is causing it to stutter. But if he's not having problems in countryside, I don't know. 7800 XT has to be the best price to performance GPU of this generation, despite it not being much better than the previous gen 6800 XT. Yeah. Just something about AMD, they seem to be able to optimise their cards very well at the moment. You can find a 6800 XT for lower price to 7800 XT. 6800 XT makes sense to get it, it's no different. Well, ultimately, the only thing that's been done is they've added a bit of extra performance. I'm still here, says Gorgle. I may upgrade the RAM in my laptop soon. How much RAM have you got, Ben? That truck in the left lane is really not helping. I'm tired after a day in front of the PC and a good 2-hour walk. 8 gigabytes. Ouch. Definitely want to upgrade that to 16 at least. Oh, I think I'm going to let him go and overtake. More benefit out of it. $2015 is calling Ben. He wants his 8 gigabytes back. 16 should be the minimum for any PC these days, regardless of use. Intel Core i5 12400, 32GB of DDR4, NVIDIA RTX 4060 gaming PC, ACX 381. What do you make of that for a PC compared to my current one? Well, it's certainly a bit of an upgrade, but it's only a generation newer to the Intel one you've got right now, in terms of your CPU. However, your graphics card would be significantly newer. RAM? I mean, RAM's RAM. Yeah, it depends what you play, Krasser, really. I mean, if you don't play games, 16 gigabytes is more than handful. You just do browsing and emails and stuff. Even 8s these days is a bit of a struggle for Windows 11. Although on Linux, it's perfectly fine. If you do gaming, then yeah, 32 gig is where you want to be, a minimum. Shut it, Azza. To be honest, my computer runs ETS well with 8 gig. Please know, the 3060 is the worst GPU of this generation. I get the 3060 more VRAM. Yeah, I mean, I was going to come on to that. Yeah, it's not been exactly highly rated by the PC gods for that reason. But in comparison to a 1060 or 1050 or 16, whatever it is that Terence has got, I've forgotten, it still probably would be an improvement in some way. Anno 1800 is eaten up to 20 gigabytes of RAM for me. Yeah, that makes sense. It's quite a heavily resourceful game. I've got 192 RAM. No, you haven't, Gorgle. Ben, your PC has crashed at least 3 times in a week. That's not normal, mate. Yeah, I'd agree with Terence on that one. That's definitely not normal. Are you a PC god or just a real-life god? Both. I've got 8 RAM. I think Google needs to upgrade as well. 8 gigabytes of RAM on Windows 11 will be painful. I mean, I don't think the video really shines in the 1,000 price point. It is on top for the budget range, though I suppose Terence will want the video. Yeah, you'll probably want the video for ease. Well, yeah, I don't know why it's doing it. Probably RAM overload. Could be various different things. Could be overloading the RAM. Memory might be faulty. Could be PC's getting too hot. Runs perfectly fine. Last time I had a PC crashed, it was down to the CPU cooler being on its way out. Yeah. There's an upgrade slot for 12GB of RAM. Sounds like you've got onboard memory and then a slot as well. If that is the case, you should be able to get 16. Seven gigabytes gets used in Windows alone, usually with all the background app it loads. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying to Google 8 is nowhere near enough. Might be fine, but it won't be optimum. I mean, Windows does shut off apps in the background when it doesn't need them, when it needs more RAM for something else, but it's besides the point. Say, you'll be surprised what you can do adding a stick of memory will do. Makes a massive difference. PC specs I sent before was £840. My current PC was £820. So think of how much an upgrade for an extra £20, lol. Well, yeah, it is. But you could save a bit more and still get something better again. My graphics is the... No, it's not. I have 32 gig, it's just never going to limit you in today's age. Plus I have the upgrade ability to 64 in the future due to 4 DIMMs and your 2 years of dual channel. Well, that's why I filled my slots. Got 64. For overheads. Plus it comes into handy when you're editing photos or videos. Be done a lot quicker. And it's also a case of if you've got 4 RAM slots, why not use them? That's what they're there for. Oh dear. It's like a nasty problem on the other side of the road. I think I am lucky, as the most high-end game I will be playing is F124, which will be fine even on this setup. Yeah. But what you've got to think about is, in the future, if there's something you want to play that's really high-end, you won't be able to, unless you've got a high-end system. So, I wouldn't want to use 4 DIMMs today on DDR5, but in future when issues are less common, maybe 32 gig, completely fine for today. I have 9 monitors, I wish. Precisely the reason why I stuck with DDR4. Because I knew that if I upgraded to DDR5, I could have problems. So I thought, well, let's not do that, and we'll just stick with DDR4. I mean, for most things, it's not really a problem. Obviously, you get stupidly high overclock rates at like 6,000 megahertz with DDR5, but that's when you start getting stability problems. So it's not really worth it if you can't get it to run at them high speeds. It's what it's supposed to be designed for, but some motherboards struggle. But let's not worry about it and just stick with DDR4. I'm glad I did, to be honest. I wanted DDR5 as I wanted that 7800 X3D chip. Yeah. So far there's nothing that stands out that looks great. Gaming's been dead in recent years, missed the old days. I wouldn't say gaming's dead. There's just a lot of games out there. And it's a case of what do you play? And the thing is, as I've always said before, you should always play a game you enjoy. If you don't play a game you enjoy, you're not going to play it. So, it's that fine balance. course, AM5 must have DDR5. Unfortunately, I have 6,000 megahertz runs well. Yeah, I think it depends on the board, the motherboard, and what CPU architecture you're running. It's AM4 or AM5, obviously. AM5's got to have DDR5. That's part of its architecture, but it's one of them. And there's another reason why I stuck with DDR4, and that's because I did buy some memory and upgrade my old PC before I bought my new one a few months back before buying the new one. So it was like, well, makes sense to do that rather than buy a new memory kit and go up DDR5. So obviously my next PC in probably about 5 years time or something would probably be DDR5 or even DDR6, so that might have come out by then. Would have done DDR4 if it was possible on AM5. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't do it, because AMD is usually pretty good with backwards compatibility, but for some reason he didn't want to do it for RAM. Stuff coming out is rubbish. Used to enjoy high school days where there was always good stuff being released. Have you got TAA enabled on this right now? If I have, I didn't turn it on myself. A stupidly high-end motherboard though, so I think that's why my 6000 runs well. It's one of those ROG Strix East series boards. Yeah, that would make sense. If it was like your typical run-of-the-mill 150 pound board, it probably wouldn't work very well. So I think sometimes the higher you pay for a motherboard, the better they generally are. And generally they'll last you longer as well. Steve, that ship that hit the bridge over in America, apparently I saw that another broke down just before the bridge near New York. Yeah, it was in the news a few days ago. Yeah, that didn't hit the bridge, thankfully. Shouldn't be long before I'm back in Germany. Hell no, I was expecting lots of issues with this system being DDR5 and an X3D chip and AM5 running warm with all the issues on AM5. Yeah, you might just be getting lucky, Crozzer. I mean, it's one of them. All the news about DDR5 just put me off it. So I don't want to be running into issues like that. Not when you're gaming, anyway. If you can't get the benefit of the higher speeds for whatever reason, you might as well just stick with DDR4 because you're not going to benefit out of it. So hello, shiny person from the port of Boldmere. Hello, Ant. Especially with heat issues because the X3D chips have the stacked cache, blocking the availability to cool the chip. Do have 360mm out all in one though. AM5 in itself has heat issues to run at their best. Yeah, sometimes heat issues do obviously cause better performance, but it's a typical AMD problem. They've had that issue for donkey's years. Say the old FX CPUs they used to run stupidly hot all the time. But that's where they got their best performance. So it was like, well, it's a trade-off. But the problem is, heat kills PC components quicker, generally. Or it can do. So it's like, well, what do you do? But if it's all part of spec for the design, then it's okay. So, well, AMD tend to run on the hotter side anyway. They always have done. So they generally factor in that when they build them. But yeah, Intel is not used to that. Which is, in a way, is a good thing. But in another way, it's not so good. Means it overheats easier. My knee is sore, there's no surprise. Happens every week. I play for a good few hours afterwards. Sounds like you're getting old. I mean, I run 39 degrees idle usually, which is completely unacceptable, and nowhere over 75 in gaming. That's good. No heat waves this year. I don't believe that for 1 minute. It's far too early to call that. Intel is much more compatible. But when their new 15th gen boards come out, I'm sure they will have issues. Always happens with new computer parts, especially platforms and new CPUs. Well, yeah. One thing that is annoying with Intel is they're not as always good with backward compatibility compared to AMD. But it is what it is. Dislocated it about 6 years ago, never been fully right since. And I'm saying I hope there is none, lol. Well, you'll probably be wrong. Chances are there will be at least one. Happens every year now, so... Can't wait to get home, lol. This evening's been a disaster. Why, what happened? I'm on a bus with two of your mates shining in front of me. Sort it out. Nah, I'm good. Sounds like a you problem. Terence, if there is any, just hang out at the supermarket all day, buy the freezers. It's one way to do it. Or somebody is in the group chat for your amusement, lol. Ah. Very well. I was thinking of the 13700KF due to AM5 with its DDR5 being forced, but then I didn't need the cores, I just wanted the price gaming machine. And the 7800X3D usually comes out on top, closer to the i9 13900KF. Yeah, generally AMD a better price per buck anyway. So it's all about what your budget is really, and what you want to do with your system, what performance specs there are, you know, and how they run, and yeah, there's, you could argue to death over it, but for general use, gaming or video editing, that sort of thing, there's not really much difference between the high-end AMD or Intel really. It's just what you feel more comfortable with, and you know, what parts you're going to build around it and that sort of thing. Liverpool Underground's a good location for avoiding heat waves, but I'm thinking of my PC, lol. Gets to 20 degrees and town starts whinging, lol. Yeah. Yeah, I hate it too warm. Wimp. Yeah, I think I'll do another job after this one. Maybe two, depending how long they are. Streamer may want Intel over AMD due to cores. But for pure gaming, often AMD's the way. Well, that's the thing. It's all about what you're going to do with it. a bit busy finding some things. Be right back. Good luck visiting her. You're going to melt, lol. Aye. Not just with the temperature, but with humidity as well. I think it's how my body works due to my heart. I struggle to stay hydrated, etc. Well, the only way you get around that is eating and drinking more, generally speaking. Drinking more especially. Take your PC to the supermarket, Terence. Just get a push chair and put PC in there to push it around. Imagine he walks into Tesco's and says, can I set up my PC? I'm going to be very impressed. I suppose it depends what you want if you need cores. Intel offers a lot more cores. I mean 8/20 on the 7800X3D versus i7-14700KF. Well, that's it. It's all about, I'd say, what you're going to do with it. If you're going to do video editing, having the extra cores is very beneficial. So, gaming, less so. The reason why I bought this PC is because eventually, if I do get around to making videos again, it'll be easy to do video editing on this and it'll be quick due to the cores. So, tell them every little helps. Of course, not a fan of drinking that stuff. Get out, Brett. Should focus on shorts alongside the live streams first. Get your subs up. Aye. Well, I'm not doing very well tonight in terms of shorts. I ain't crashed yet. Touch wood. Probably won't do Cumbria on Saturday now. Today has cost me more than I wanted, so we'll stick with Preston tomorrow. Find somewhere to escape to on Saturday to avoid the mayhem. Well, there is one way to avoid the mayhem. Don't go out. That's one way to do it. Yeah, on single player, you've got the bold drivers to crash into you. Well, you can always have the AI. The AI sometimes have bad moments and crash into you. That's happened before. So, you get a short out of that, but sadly, apart from the incident before at the border crossing, I've not really had any problems with the AI. So, and a big thank you to whoever has subscribed as well. AI has behaved for me, or was behaved for me. Wonder if it's been updated. May have been. I'll still be idiots about locally watching it, rather get out of Liverpool itself and find somewhere less full. Yeah, you could say that. If F1 drivers were bald, Baldo Norris, Max Slapheaden, Lewis Scalperton, Charles Libaldi, Nico Hulkenbold, Yuki Scalpoda, Pierre Baldy, for Baldo Alonso, Logan Baldant and George Ruscalp. How long did it take you to make that up? Oh, Mandy, well, you came and you gave without taking. I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy. Sounds like some song lyrics. I don't recognise that song. 2 minutes, if that. Why is everybody driving so slow on their highway? You're in Germany. Move it. That was almost an incident. Would have been on you, moved over his lane ended, lol. Indeed, it would have been. One thing I didn't notice is his lane ending. That's why I moved over. Very bold of me. Thankfully I got away with it. Steve, stream over next 3 days, or are you busy? I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow. I think I'm going to watch some of the Masters tomorrow. Saturday, yeah, probably stream on Saturday. Don't know what yet. I believe the pigeon never got stopped in the end, so that's a no. Useless people. If it's actually on, got delayed today, yeah, I believe so. So that's the reason why I decided not to watch it today. Thinking, well, I am still here. That's good to know, Ben. You're going to watch golf. What's on with Masters? I often watch the Masters. Just listening, doing stuff in the background. Ah, well, free watch time then. Golf balls are bald. Oh yeah, of course they are. Ah, hello Azareth. And he's saying he's still here as well. Goggles, well, come back. Yes, Krasy, he has like 69, lol. Shut it, Azar. Hegley Woods thinks he's going to win. Needs to give it up now. Yeah, he won't be winning. I'm surprised he hasn't just retired. I mean, he's got no hope of making the cut into the second half. Surely, the weekend. I'd be very surprised if he makes the cut. Four. Meanwhile, Krasser says he's not here. So it must be a ghost. Seems keen on winning a major one last time. Can't see it. Can't see it happening. He's looking at Ram to buy. Oh, you're looking at buying a Dodge, are you? I like to ram, to be honest. Too much information. I was looking at the most expensive monitor. And what's that? How much is it? Oh, shut it, Steve. You asked for that. Get one with a Hemi V8 and things are hellfire. He's been deluded for years. Yeah. He has been since he had all that issue where he went to prison. Or whatever it was. I don't know. So you don't know what the monitor is and don't know how much it is. Since then, he's not been right at all. He did go to prison, didn't he? Or something. Sure he did. I don't know why I'm doubting myself. I'm sure he did for something. Or was it that? Was that car crash, wasn't it? Something like that. It's a while ago now. Yeah, car crash, that was the one. Why are you stopping? Hopefully I can get something to stay locally. Like Duisburg or Dusseldorf or something. If not, I might just go and have a quick drive around that area. Interviews with Tories are car crashes. And I've been an idiot and gone past the yard. Yeah, well. UK Open is in Scotland this year. Yeah. Tends to revolve round, doesn't it, between Hoylake and Scotland. And I think they did it at Southport, didn't they, a few years ago, if I remember correctly. Birkdale. Well, let's see what jobs we've got from around here. No, you idiots, that's the wrong button. There we go. Osnabrück, Cassel, Frankfurt, Strasbourg, Edinburgh, Innsbruck, La Rochelle. Nothing again. Externals. Hanover, Dortmund, Bremen, Dusseldorf. I'll do. Dusseldorf. Take that one. It's worth a bit more. Nice song. Roughly the same course every 8 to 10 years. Yeah. don't mind the major events. I wouldn't watch stuff like the Japanese or Dutch Open, etc. Yeah. I mean, the events like the Masters are okay. Yeah, if you can find the like button, that is. Yeah. Some people have got the new UI. So yeah, good luck if you can find it. Why is your rat in a pram about at this time? It should be in bed. Suppose there could be 69 reasons why not. Masters, UK Open and Ryder Cup I normally watch. Yeah, I only tend to watch the Masters normally. Don't tend to watch any of the others. Not normally, anyway. Something's broken down over there. Brett! Now it's a fuel tanker that's on fire. Brett! I knew I could just about make that. No comment from Brett. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. Two things. One, shut it, Baldy, and two, that's two slaps and two. I'm in Brett. Move aside and make way for Feynman, Brett. Damn car is beast. Oh yeah, to dodge, they're automatically beast. Need to move over. Oops. Oh well. Shut it home and go and drink some Duff beer, lol. Yeah, make sure you have a conversation with Carl, Lenny and Barney. Oh, Goggle's in trouble. Well, he will be. Home has Duff beer. PJD has Duff Gen and Steve has a Duff hairline. What's next? You'll have a Duff everything if you carry on, Terence. Brett's not happy. I'm good, Ben. Hope you are as well. Sure you asked this question earlier. Ooh, that was close. Joel Hardy tried adding me on Facebook. Like, do one. Ah, yes, that's right. You asked me, didn't you? And nobody else. Shocking, Ben. If we weren't mods, then Brett would have timed us all out by now. Yes, probably would have done. Oh, look, a tram. Oh, I was going to pull up there and take a photograph, but the tram line goes underground. That's annoying. Oh well. What if it comes back up above ground somewhere? No, doesn't look like it. Not in this area, anyway. Load of Chevettes hanging round at Warrington West at this time. Parenting nowadays, geez. Yeah, they'd rather get their kids out of the hair. So they just let them stay out till whatever time every day. I can make sure that happens, Homer. Brett is the type of guy, if you work for him and you call him something, he would beat you up. Thing is though, Brett's harmless really. Most of the time. Might buy an 8GB RAM stick in a week or so. Just need to do more research. Yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong with RAM. As long as you go for a reputable brand and not some sort of Chinese knockoff, you'll be alright. Like Crucial or Corsair, G-Skill, there's a few others out there. Is Brett scary in real life? Not really. Can you mix brands? You can, and there's not really any problem with that. Generally speaking, they say that you shouldn't, but if you use two different brands as dual channel, it's not really a problem. Depends really. Sometimes they'll work well together, sometimes they won't. But generally speaking, they'll all sync to the lowest speed of RAM anyway. So if you've got two sticks that are 1600 and then you've got two that are only 1333 megahertz, and it'll run at the lowest speed across all four. So, generally. Ah, the tram. It traverses its way underground, thus avoiding causing a trambles for everyone, which would be traumatizing. Ah, dearie me. I feel I should time Brett out for that comment, but I'm not going to. Well, let's have a look at the new look Dusseldorf. Yeah, mine is DDR4. Aston Villa beat Lille in their Europa Conference League quarter-final first leg match. Up the Villa. And I think Steve is traumatised by my terrible puns, lol. If you time out Bretty will move your own perms. You can't do that, Google. And delete your channel. Steve, you and Terence should go on arcade server one day and race each other in the Volvo. Terence in his usual Volvo, and you, Steve, in this one to see which wins. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen. The RAM is a decent clock speed, though. 4 gigahertz idle. It ain't gigahertz, Ben. RAM doesn't run in gigahertz. Technically. Megahertz. Hope Villa win the Europa Conference League. They've got just as much chance as anybody else. Steve will get a wreck ban out of that. Just saw in your server, Botty is unable to comment here. Strange. Terence and SimSteve should go on catchphrase. I'd rather not. So I wonder why Andy's saying he can't comment. Has he tried reloading the stream? I don't know, gigahertz, megahertz, SMH. Oh, there's a difference. Say what you see. Terence would point to SimSteve and say Baldy. Yeah, he probably would. No, he wouldn't, as rec doesn't apply in arcade now. He says his comments get auto-deleted, lol. Strange. Nice garage. Right, Tradux. That's there. I love shaking the 2p machines to get your money back after being scammed. I made a hash of that. Baldy, are you busy Saturday? Probably, yeah. Why? Luckily, I'm not in the room with Terence when he farted. I would be dead once I sniff it. Yeah, his farts are lethal. Polishing. Tonight's don't stink, lol. Yet. Right, let's have a look and see if we've got a final job. See what there is from here. Don't think there'll be anything to Duisburg from here, so I might just drive over, have a look. No, might be an external. Doesn't look like it. No. I'll drive over. Yeah, I want to plot a route since it's changed. No, yeah, it's a lot smaller, isn't it? Jeez. A couple of yards there. One up there. Yeah, it's very small. Dortmund's had a rework as well. Oh, I think I'm going to drive to the petrol station at Duisburg. 69 kilometres. Terence! Hash browns are fit. Aaron! Chavets have ended up on my train. Haha. Don't have any interest in underage females, thank you. Yeah, I'll go through this one, blow it. Oh yeah, I did miss your comment about Saturday. Steve, I think you said a few months ago about getting channel membership. Will it happen? It will happen eventually, but gotta boost subscriber numbers first. Below it, wow. What did you say, Brett? Can't scroll up the chat now. Well, I could, but I'd have to tell out the game briefly. Yeah, 500 subs would be the number. Anyway, I'm off to Huddersfield as of tonight's stream. 363. Ben said about 2p machines makes me want to bash the arcades, lol. Oh, so you want to go somewhere that's a seaside resort? The arcades are infuriating. Well, they are, but... it is what it is. Stream on Saturday, says Gorgle. Nah, I don't think I want to go to the arcade. Bit too early in the year for that. Well, probably wait for May for that. And better weather as well for a start. Once he's 1 under, leader is 7 under. Oh dear. So he's 6 shots down already then. He probably made the cut with that. No doubt Gorgle would want Farm Sim on Saturday. Where am I going here? Yeah, I'm going here. Right. Could go in the daytime and then if you have stream going, head back at like 6. Could do. I'll have a think about it. That's a no then. Well, never say never. Still got tomorrow to think about it. How's that? Watch football Saturday afternoon and see a Steam Engine on Sunday. I'll have a coffee, 2 sugars, please, Terence. I'm going to Ebbsfleet on Saturday. Hello, hello. I spy a few GC drivers. Ah, hello, Chaotic Control. Welcome to the stream. Stop it, Steve. Shall sort out a tea for myself. Things are getting chaotic. I thought you weren't bothering with Ebbsfleet, lol. I love it how Chaotic's just turned up as soon as I'm about to end the stream. It's quite funny, that. I think I'll get some fuel first and park it in one of these parking bays. No entry signs here, so should be good to go through. I missed a turn in there. I could have pulled in there as well. Oh well. All bar one, the GCRX Phoenix also. Saw somewhere that the Swanage Railway will allow people a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to drive a steam engine. Beast. I was waiting to make sure I had the day off. Got a return on Avanti in South Eastern for 35 quid. About. Rumour has it there is a few videos of Chaotic binning it on YouTube. All down on Avanti, back up on LNWR. Chaotic timing. That's decent. I assume just heading down for the match and then heading back. I was being told I arrived just in time. Yeah, back in work on Sunday. Oh dear. One more job, please. Ah, go on then. I'll have one more job. Let's have a look. See what we can find. See what we've got in here. Duisburg. Frankfurt or Bremen? I think we do Frankfurt. You pulled me leg, Ben. Well in China. Hair, please. Shut up, Terence. Me bin it. Nah, I'm obviously a good driver. I can't recall Chaotic Control's driving, so I'm not going to be able to comment on this. Nah, I've decided to go to Frankfurt. Get to Ebbsfleet about 10ish. Probably do some Arriva bits before the match. Sounds fun. One thing's for sure is Auntie's going to have a fleeting time on Saturday. Which leg? The third one. Ah, oh, shut up, Terence. If I have clear evidence of you binning it over a toll booth. No, I. Have you still got the footage of that, Ben? I'd like to see that. I'm not going to move over into the other lane in case a tram decides to come towards me. Well, it shouldn't actually. Towards me from behind, should I say. I just didn't want to pay the toll, obviously. A couple of 05 plate APDs around there, I think. Bugger, that means you'll likely end up in a few of the B7TLs. Then it's to see the clear evidence of your piss poor driving. Let's not talk about my poor driving yesterday in Eurogoodies. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that. I've heard enough about that. I don't think there are many B7s around there. Yeah, they're up towards Chatham Way, aren't they, the B7s? Gillingham, that area. Do you fancy not being involved in the trambles? Shut up, Brett. Yeah, I have it somewhere. I will find it tomorrow when I'm back at my computer. I shall enjoy seeing this. There's a handful at Gillingham still. Yeah. Basically, chaotic. I span around the corner, about to leave Euro goodies and hit the fence head on and binned it. Yeah. It's embarrassing, that, Ben. Look, let's just say I'm a better driver than Ben and Terence. But that's not difficult, I guess. To clip a chaotic and a few of his minions flying over toll booths. And to do a security check. Yeah, well, I think I just drove over that. Oh well. I normally crashed into instead of crashing myself. Chaotic, I think he was driving with Abdul at the time. Suspect that's a bit far out. Ebbsfleet's routes AZ, B, 470, 480, 481, 483, 490, 497. What do you think of my driving, Steve? Reasonable in ETS2, terrible in Farming Simulator. Oh, great. Container port. This will be a case of go and find that trailer. Probably in between loads of containers. $18 tons of arsenic. Take that one. Ebbsfleet to Gravesend isn't far. There'll possibly be 1 or 2 on the 190. I think I'm not very funny now. You should have heard my jokes on TMP for the last 2 days. Yeah, they were awful. I don't know, I think Ben would make a good comedian, to be fair. TFM, not TMP, lol. 18 tons of arses. Imagine that, 18 tons of arses as a load. Sounds interesting. I also have a video of Abdul flying off a cliff in the winter mod. Oh, that's bold driving. You're transporting dangerous goods, you know what that means, right? Yeah, I won't say it. 4A3 appears to be the route with the MPDs on there. There's 104 plate, 405 plates and 206 plates. It's mad that they're keeping old stuff down there. Yeah, up here we've got nothing that old anymore, and I haven't done for some time. Well, with a Reaver anyway. Want to hear the jokes I said to TFM when I was told they were terrible by the presenter? Go on, Ben. Bye, Terence. Enjoy your chat with Charmy. Typical. About to stop and it went to green. What happens when a frog parks illegally? It gets towed away. Yes, very good. They still have some 04 plate B7TLs in Kent, and things are so much nicer than ours. Probably been well looked after as well. GN04s, aren't they? Kent ones. In the wrong lane then. Signage says you should be in the left lane if you're a bigger vehicle. Why was the broom late for work? It overswept. Nice to see the fast track routes are more E200 MMC than streetlights now. They even get used on demanding routes and handle it well. Someone got a video of one reaching 68 mile an hour on a fast road. Damn. They said Express is next to my train. Believe it's the same 156 they had to Birchwood. CX57 CZA now lives down them ways, lol. Yeah, they did swipe a couple, didn't they? Midlands have got some as well. Good riddance is all I say for them heaps of junk. I take it you didn't enjoy your calf unit then, Brett? Now approaching Mossley Hill. Doors will open on the left-hand side. I don't really think so. If them doors open, it'll be on the track, lol. Look in my mirror then. That was bold of me. Yeah, I did social media. I see why you left when you have Paliper as your boss. Leave PP alone. 190 today has been a right mix. I'm the only one getting on or off the train, lol. Mind you, it is like almost midnight. I'm not surprised. It's the only reason you returned, because you missed me. redone the walkway bridge here. It's a lot better. Well, have they re-tarmacked it or something? Or concreted or whatever it is. That was a good reaction. PP is always my boss and HJVG is my god. But yeah, I'm aware of what VTC you were going to join. I was going to say, nice reactions. Yeah, and done the sides, which were very much falling apart. Oh, that's good to hear. Been on there today, streetlights. Five streetlights. 2 E200s. B7TL and the E400 MMC. Oh dear. And the ex-Leicester ones. I think. Might be wrong. Might not be, actually. Like to see Dennis, PP, Stevie have a driving contest. They'd all crash into each other and die. I watched Stevie flip his truck into a river and said he was going for a swim. Totally wasn't me who did that. Sounds like it was Ben. Yeah, the YX16s are ex-Leicester. Thought so. Find it weird that they transferred a lot of them out to Kent. And then they've lost some more of their own batch as well. And then they've got our old E400s. Weird. What are your final thoughts on the Beta 1.50? Interesting. I do like the rework they've done in Duisburg, Dusseldorf. I'll have to have a look at Dortmund as well at some point. Yeah, I like the new interface as well. Much nicer. Not just visually, but also to just look at in general. I wonder how this electric Renault will turn out, as they need new charging stations. Well, we discussed this earlier, and I said it would look weird if they didn't put charging stations in. I'm fully expecting that you'll have to go to a petrol station, and as if you're going to use a, you know, fill it up with fuel, basically. So, I hope not, but I expect that might be what happens. 12 B7s left, only 5 out today. They finally managed to start getting the electroliners in service after the major cock-up. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that happened. But doesn't surprise me with a Reaver. So coming off here. It's shocking SCS have not added the Iveco S-Way after 4 years or whatever. I don't know, they might be struggling to get license agreements for Iveco. I mean, one of them, really. Vecca might not be wanting to play the game, so to speak. PVR down there is less. With the kids off. Next week you might see more out. Celtic one day should me, you, PP, Stevie, Stefan go on a drive, also known as the Dream Team. Where's my involvement in the Dream Team? Ben? Try and wriggle yourself out of that one if you can. Only older Vecca in the game currently, yeah. SimSteve is too miserable to bin it in rivers, unlike Stevie. Thanks, Ben. I remember that. Replace Ben with Steve and we'll call it the Dream Team. Thanks, Chaotic. Oh, we made it. Been an interesting stream to say the least. I enjoyed it. Well, that's good to hear. I'm sure that's one of the kickdown enabled ones. 6440 on the 101. Yeah, that'd be pretty beast to be fair. I got you, man. Excuse me. No chance Nub replaced PP because he's HR and very scary. Oh wait, no, PP is management now. Jesus, even worse. Well, a big thank you to everyone that's tuned in. I'm going to wrap the stream up here. If you are new here and want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you are new, hit the bell and you'll be notified of any future uploads, shorts and live streams as well. Till next one, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone has a good Friday, end of the week again. And I'll see you all on Saturday for another stream. Till then, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope everyone has a good Friday and the start of Saturday also.